Now, if you're wondering, is the heating on? No, it's not. That's good. So I think we got there in the end, don't we? You don't need it. Definitely not. Not in this heat. Didn't get much sleep last night. Roasting room, no aircon, just a fan. Inch, you know the windows can only open an inch in case you jump out. So yeah, not great. But charged all the devices up. About 20 past 10 now, and it starts at 11. Entry is not included in this, so you have to go to the gates, which they're multi-using for schools and multitasking for schools. They've got like barriers up, and the schools they just let them straight in via the big gates. So no, I guess we all go up to Loki's and sign your life away again. But we'll get you that, and like I say, I'll try and get you a bit. I don't like to film, in public. Well, I know I'm doing that now, but close proximity public. Is that hashtag close proximity public? But you know what I mean. But I will, because one, it's good for you guys. Different perspective, isn't it? In a different context to obviously the event that other people have already done, haven't they? So you'll see what my thoughts are of it. But unfortunately, I had to do it, because if I don't, I kind of kick myself. You see, I don't think it'll be an Andy Highgate special again. He's still jetting off somewhere. He's not back yet. So gives other people a chance to have a go, I guess. But long as the people that are in, that look after the ride, because there's a lot you have to look after this one, don't you? There's a lot to it. So on that note, I'll see you when we get in on the next bit. Ta-ra! Oh yeah, it's all on the iPad now. So you used to sign your life away, but you don't now. It's got they show you. Yeah, I told you that in the other vlog, but yeah, it used to all be signed, but it's all on an iPad now. Well, a tablet. It's not an iPad. And yeah, it's all digital, so you give it a quick read and you can sign it. So, and I suppose it emails them and keeps it all on record then, doesn't it? Saves them keeping the paperwork. So yeah, apparently somebody sent me an image. If I've still got it, it'll be on Twitter somewhere. But they're not filed the accounts yet. The accounts are overdue on Company's House. So that was a job for Monday, wasn't it? But I'll get you the image that I've done. Don't know whether they've done it or not. But they've put Grand National on the website, so I don't know whether the Peacock was watching. More editing to do, but it's on there now. So before it's a waffle warning, and if you don't like Valhalla, switch off now, because this is all going to be about Valhalla, the walk beyond. So on that note, I'll see you in a bit. Ta-ra! Hello again, how are we? Here we are. Start of it, I haven't got your intro, but we'll get your intro in the editing process. So here we are, behind the scenes of Valhalla.
Okay, in a minute we're going to split you into two groups, and then we will take... lifted up onto it and go down the drop there. So that's our downstream one. And it might be surprising me to see how fast flowing the water actually is. So my boat would stop here, we set up that capturing boat, and then we would get things set up. The main issue is stopping from that and then get out.
We wanted to put more steam into the the right. So what I mean by steam is the steam you see outside the front of the station, you see it inside the right. We used to run a system called MEFOG, which is American. Transferred over to a new system which is British, which is called CoolFog. So I'll explain a bit of how it works. So in that bucket over there we have some salt. That basically gets mixed in with the water. That softens the water and takes all the lime scale out of your water and all that sort of stuff. It then goes into a holding tank, which we've got full minimum level. It's got in between these two levels when the ride's running. Once it comes out of there, it gets pumped through all it into 3 pump systems. So you've got the normal filter here, and another normal filter. This filters the water. And this silver one here is a UV filter. So the water goes through the UV filter, kills all the bacteria and stuff like that in the water, so it's nice and clean. When it's gone through all the 3 filters, it comes into the main piston pump. So we've got piston pump 1, 2 and 3. Pumps 1 and 2 will always run, 3 is a backup. So if 1 or 2 drop, 3 will kick in. When it comes out of this, these will convert the water to high pressure, and then it comes into this valve system down here, which we can isolate any effect if we want. So if we want to work with effect at any time, we can isolate that one. Runs down these high pressure valves all the way into the showroom. So these black pipes will run all the way to the front lagoon. And at the end of these pipes we have like a metal rail, which is called a nozzle rail. And on the end of them nozzles, when the water hits it, it atomises the water, and that's what makes a steam effect. So the reason we convert it is because we want to put more steam into the right, and mist into the right. So that's why we convert it. So that's basically how this system works. Any questions?
There would never be really any logical reason.
Oh yeah, you can talk about it with the water.
Yeah.
But still nothing like this.
Yeah.
It's like a server room.
So this is the substation, literally the main power. So this is all the power, literally the brains to Valhalla.
Can you take pictures of it?
Yeah, of course you can.
Try not to restart it.
So if you look at these behind you, please be careful where you lean, what you do. The ride's in motion at the moment. We don't want to e-stop anything. Okay. When you go through, and it all just lands on top of you. So
Especially when you first put it on.
This has got 2 pumps. So the first one makes the water swivel that high, so it literally just goes in the trough. That's mainly purely for cleaning purposes. Obviously then once it's on high, it should ideally go straight over the trough. Right.
Rotational basis. When we get them out, things we look for. So this boat's been out for inspection, so it's been out, looked at fiberglass, make sure no damage, cracks, seats, bumpers tight, heads tight, no faults to running wheels, side wheels. Once the inspection's been done, they'll get put back into the ride. This is due. It was going back in the ride today, but I thought I'd leave it until after the tour. But after the tour, it's going in and be back in service today. But we do that on a rotational basis, so we'll take one out, check it, put it back in. Unless we...
Right. The screen on the right is all your stoppage points. So if there's a stoppage, it's easy to find your boats. Like I say, on the left hand side, the entire ride is covered from the top left to the bottom right. Please try not to hit any stops while you're in here. Alright, hold the button. Joe. Yeah, let go. All flat.
Which one?
Try it on.
Guys, can we make sure we don't check anything at the
Just be
paperwork?
careful because there's buttons behind you, so lean on any stop.
Don't you lean on that e-stop guys behind you.
Oh,
Just no paperwork guys,
What?
yeah, because it's their
Oh,
private
oh, yeah.
paperwork.
So
We're
as
not
you can
opening
see
them.
on here, they're getting the boats onto the turntable, the lift, until you see your last drop. So any of these points is where the boat can stop. I mean, if these stop pressed for whatever reason, then a boat could ideally stop anyway. Because as soon as you press an e-stop, the water starts draining from the ride. The only time we would hit an e-stop on here is if something floats us into the station.
hello again, how are we? Evening. So I've done the tour, and I'll go through that. I might do a debrief at the services for you. Try and wangle something. Obviously I got footage, didn't say anything, but I've got the half Dean attire on because it is too hot. So I've gone for the other option, because another point while I was thinking about it, so obviously the wetsuit protects your back. What you have to do is, if you protect your back, because obviously it's not normally this glorious, not especially when you're going in Valhalla, but Blackpool is not always very glorious like this. So obviously you do need to protect yourself, but obviously the back it's just your top half that what you're normally trying to protect, which will keep you warm, and then you can then spend more time not bother about getting soaked, or you know, trying to avoid it, because obviously this isn't going to work, because I've just got t-shirt, then I've got some neoprene shorts, and then there's another shorts on there on top, so I can put me stuff in a zip pocket, you see. So, and then obviously then me normal wetsuit boots, you see. But then now I'm doing that to stop wrecking my trainers, you see, because you know, it's another factor. If you never get your trainers wet, they'll last a bit longer. But obviously I've gone through that many pairs of trainers if you're doing it that way, and they take ages to dry. So if you've got stuff, you know, obviously Crocs is another substitute as well. I've got some water shoes, but you can't walk in them, you see, very far, you see. So this is the hot weather attire for Valhalla. So obviously the top half, but because it's so warm it won't matter so much. But obviously the initial splash on the ride, you'll feel it more if you just got a t-shirt on. But obviously if you just want to enjoy, you know, the fire and stuff, and not bother about what's going to come in the boat and whatever, then that's why I do the wetsuit. It makes a massive difference, you see, because you don't feel it, you don't feel anything. So yeah, but we'll go through the walk beyond, either at the park. I'll do it in a minute, I'll do it in another clip obviously, but I'll get on because you get a priority pass, you see. It's an hour at the minute and it is open. It's open just before 2, because I think we interfered a bit. They were trying to do what they needed to do and we were in the way, kind of thing. But on that note, I'll get on and I'll show you the aftermath. Ta-da! See you in a bit. Got no mic, I'm afraid. I'm muffless, I'm afraid, but he'll be back once I get change out of this. Might not do it too many times because it's an hour queue, you see. But if she runs all day, she'll drop, you see. This is a problem. If he runs all day, we'll be fine. So on that note, I'm going to get in and I'll see you in a bit. Ta-ra! Hello again, how are we? Evening. I've not got the clubber on. I haven't got the clubber. So what we've gone for, like I said, so we just got the top. This is what the wetsuit protects, you see. So like I say, the top half, it's a lot better, even though it's boiling hot. You know, you wouldn't one ride, you're sodden. So obviously you can't feel it as it's hitting you in the ride. If you're wearing a wetsuit, it's all right, you see. So then you can concentrate on enjoying the ride rather than trying to avoid it, so to speak. So we've got t-shirt, water shame t-shirt, you know, football shirt, and then you've got neoprene shorts, and then an outer short so I can put the phone and the wallet in the IKEA bags. So yeah, so that's that. So that was only row 2. Was it row 2 or row 3? You know, so this is the thing, just and it just multiplies. And it is a damn good fact. Obviously, I need to add all this in. I might do a voiceover to some of the footage I've got. It's not great footage, but we'll talk about it anyway. And I'll do a Dean debrief, won't I? But apparently, when you ride this is the 6. Every time you ride it, obviously there's a cost, isn't there, to the business. The cost to the business is 6 times the amount than any other ride. I don't know whether you can see me. Hello, evening. How are you? And apparently, I need to get you a picture of that. More editing to do. I'm sure I can clip it out of the video that I've got. There's a UV filtration system in there for this fog outside. So can we borrow it, please, and get Toxicator fountains back? Can we just borrow it? I'll chuck it under my arm, and we'll have that for intoxicated fountains. But I think they need a little bit more than just UV filtration. It needs because this is just coming out. It ain't going back in anywhere, you see. So that'll need some form of pump circulation system to obviously circulate the water that's already in there. I'll be shocked if that's not the case, rather than just the UV pump that filters it when they fill it up. So I don't know, but they need to get the finger out and get it sorted, but it's a big job, I think, so it'll be next year now. So yeah, so we've got a little issue, so I'm doing round 2 in my favour, obviously. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but by the time this goes on, it won't matter, will it? But yeah, I might tell you that the guy who's on the queue, he alternates between the normal queue and the speedy pass queue, but he's just alternating, not asking for anything. So we're on round 2. So you didn't hear that from me. So yeah, so it's all right. And then so yeah, and I'm on that note. I'll see you in a minute for after. I'll get you the aftermath again if you can see me. Sure. So I haven't got the club on. No, off got the club on. And that's a 3-minute clip. I'm going. There you go. Hello again. I've not got you much, but I wrangled something for you. But like I said yesterday, all these fountains have disappeared. I knew they were getting replaced because they're all rusted. That one's gone down here, look, here. That one's gone. And then this one, the circle of life. He's gone, look, gone.
No,
so
doesn't lead the way.
No. Here he is.
The way's not been led.
No, gone.
Gone, yeah.
Special guest, here he is.
Hello,
How are you?
After the Valhalla behind the scenes.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Nice
So but I'll wangle something. Whether I wangle it outside or while I'm eating McFlurry, we'll sort something. He's in the vlog.
I'm in the vlog.
He's in the vlog. Look, they're in the vlog now. Look, you're in the vlog. You're in the vlog. There you go. And on that note, I'm going because I need some food. Get the clobber off. I've only got half a clobber on, so I've got my neoprene shorts on, so cause it's just too hot. No need to do it. But like I say, there's a reason for the wetsuit. That's when this place, because it's not normally like this. So don't fool yourself. If you come when you come, it's going to be like this. Yeah. It's not normally like that. It's normally raining, 12 degrees, windy. So that's why I put the wetsuit on, you see, because then I can go back on it. Other people, if they go on in a t-shirt, they get hypothermia normally. So there's method to the madness. Yes, so on that note, yeah. So on that note, see you in a bit. Ta-ra. Hello again. Apologies for no mic. But right, so you know I do don't fob you off, which is where you can find a Dean 8001 fob. I've hid to a Blackpool, right? And I thought, right, there's this fence in here. They're not going to touch it, are they, when I do that? And what have they gone and done? They've gone and done stuff. I knew it. I thought, oh, if I leave it here, obviously they have been taken. I will hide it in a second. I'll go and get you the fob. I haven't got one on me. But I thought, oh, if I leave it there, the chances of them, you know, there's bound to be, typical my luck, that they're going to actually take away the fence and clear it all up. But then they've done these footers, look. Done all these ground places with some things. So I don't know what they're doing. Because it definitely wasn't like that before, was it? I'm sure it wasn't. You can check the vlog. But I'm sure there wasn't. There's like pipe works and all sorts going off. So whether the new fountains, because this was a projection, was some, not projection, but fountains and some LED boards. So I don't know what they're doing. But if you do come, please comment below if you see any more changes to these. If you visit, and I've not been, I'm going to come probably back up in 2 weeks for 10 hours of fun, I think it is. Because on Wednesdays in July, there's 10 hours of fun. Only 1 hour of fun for Valhalla though, 1 till 2, if that. So yeah, but the fences are still here, but I just thought, oh, you're bound to have workers here and they're going to nick it, and so you can't do it. But yeah, what are the chances? I did think that. As soon as I put it on, oh, it looks a bit derelict there. They're not going to do anything. But yeah, we've got these footers. Well, not footers, are they? But you know what I mean. There's something to go on. You know, some platform. So we'll see. So let me know if you're out and about and you come down here. So I'll go and get one and I'll hide it somewhere else. So yeah, I'll go and get one in a second for you. So yeah, I'm not really done too much. I might have a dabble with the voiceover on this one. So you have to bear with us on this. Obviously this is the end of it if that's the case, or you know, and I'll just chuck some stuff over it for what I got. Because I was a bit disappointed that when we went in the console bit, they were halfway through some boat checks and they didn't really explain anything of the console. They let us go in, film all that, take a picture, and then it was literally mood kind of changed a little bit and then everybody out, so to speak. But they were trying to set up the ride, but obviously we still wanted to see, that's the main bit, and explain how the ride works. No, nothing in the, well, our group didn't get anything regarding the actual PLC as it's called, so which was a bit disappointing, you know. And that was like the main bit, you know, how to operate the ride and stuff. Got to sit in the chair and that was it. Got a photo, might put the photo in there for you, more editing to do. But no, I wanted to see the cameras because obviously that was a new thing for it all, because back in the day, which I did manage to get up, so if you ever see where the Valhalla sign is, that's up there. There was like a platform and the PLC used to be at the top there. Can you be quiet please? Thank you very much, I'm trying to vlog. Boom, another one. So, oh yeah, they're driving down the tram track, bloody hell. I suppose the trams can't move out of the way, they have to move out of their way. So yeah, so a bit disappointed in that way, but obviously I might go into a bit more detail while I've got my McFlurry, which is a nice day for McFlurry. We got on a Victus with the Ben, so because that's been having a few issues today, but it opened for a bit, failing to deliver, but it did deliver just before I close. So on that note, I shall leave you there, and I shall get a little bit, I'm going to fill up with fuel, get me 5% off from Barclays, and I'll see you at Lim, a truck stop. And then I'll do a little bit. I won't do too much because I'll probably just do voiceover on this one and try and dabble with the old voiceover. I don't want to, but I don't want it just to be thingy, or I'll just get Song of the Elders and bash that on there. If that's not copyrighted, I don't know whether it is or not. So we'll give it a go anyway. So on that note, I don't know whether this will be the end, beginning or middle yet, because I've not decided. So I'm leaving Blackpool now. We've got a fob you off, haven't I? Let me go and get you a fob and we'll play the ode fob. Or shall I stay on? No, I won't stay on. So I'm going to go and I'll hide you a fob. See you in a minute and I'll play the little fob jingle. Ta-ra!
Don't get fobbed off. 50 fobs will be hidden, one per video, until I run out of fobs. So don't get fobbed off.
Hello again, how are we? If you would like a fob, it's by the old Heritage tram stop, and it's there, look. There, look for you, where is it? Can you see it? There it is, look, there it is, look. There we go. Sorted. So if you like a fob, and you come in on Saturday or whenever, come and grab it now. First come, first serve. There you go. And on that note, I shall see you in the next clip. Don't know what's happening with this one. So yeah, I'll probably do it. I don't know. Don't know what's happening. So if it's the end, it's the end. But it won't be. I'll probably now. I don't know what we're going to do with this one, but stay tuned, and I'll probably get you the ice cream at least, and then we can go through what actually happened, run up for the day. You know, the actual brief overview of Valhalla Walk Beyond and what we got. So on that note, see you in a bit, ta, and I'll see you in about 45 minutes or so. Might be about that, an hour, but I've got to fill up first to get me 5% fuel. So I'm going, because it's 7:20 and I'm not going to be home till about 10 now. So on that note, ta. Hello, how are we? Evening. We made it. Final of the series. Dean Debrief. It's not salted caramel. So they did it again for me. Result. So bits at the bottom, ice cream, and sauce at the top. And it is actually weather for ice cream. So it was 25 at Blackpool. It's already gone up to 27. No, I'm not. No, we're not near the sea. So yeah. So this is part of the video. Dean Debrief. I've got to get the windows open, to be fair. Hold on. Oh, I'm here, aren't I? My mic's here. Hello, evening, easy. Are we on? We're on, because I can see. So we'll put it over there. Hello, 1 2 1 2. So yeah, I'm just gonna quickly, as quick as I can, do your debrief for what happened, and then I got 20% low battery. But I'm sure we can do that quickly anyway. So yeah, because I've been gassing at Spoons with Ben. So did you see what I did there? Because we've been talking about Valhalla. We've been gassing. So yeah. So got there. Email says wait at the big gates between the Globe and the Noah's Ark, but that was incorrect. It meant meet at Loki's. If you got a ticket, just meet at Loki's. So they weren't going to send a search party out for us, because we're waiting for another 2. And then obviously you sign your life away on the tablets. And then Andy's back from his holidays, and he went through the history of the ride. Ooh, brain freeze. Ooh, stomach freeze. I went through the history of the ride, and then we went actually into the ride. Where did we go first? Right round the back. Got a bit of footage of that for you. I might start while I'm doing this. If I think about it, well, I'll try and see what footage I've got. Yeah, we went to the back. Obviously, you got Dean Stairs. The Dean Stairs on the left. Got a picture of that. I can put that in for you there. Look, I'll put that in for you. They're the Dean Stairs, because they're the most. I've had about 10 evacs in 26 years. And the statistics of me coming down the Dean Stairs are quite high out of all them 10. And that's you get put down. You go down the Dean Stairs if you get evacuated from the last drop at the top. So yeah, So we went there, and then one group went to shoot one. And then the other group went into the substation, which I've got you that as well. So that's where all the pumps are. You got the pump isolation there. You got a water vortex and fire panel, not fire panel, but the panel for the fire at the back there. And then you've got all sorts, and you've got an aircon unit, keep it all cool. So you see all that. So while I'm talking about this, I might put the clips in, you see, so you can't see me then. And then I'm voicing it over within the video, rather than me having to voice it over. I've got to forget I'm not over there, am I? I'm here, hello. So yeah, I can voice it over while I'm debriefing it, yeah. So yeah, and then we did that, and then swapped over, And that's like in 2 different buildings, you see. The whole ride's in over 2 buildings. And then we did yeah, and then there's a like you went up to shoot and then down, and then we went to one of the evac points. Because they've changed it. If you get an evac from shoot 1, instead of getting out on the left hand side now, you get out on the right hand side. It saves you having to go down a very set of steep stairs, which I've had about 2 or 3 down them stairs. So yeah, so that was that one, and then we did station and workshop. But I was a bit disappointed with the station one because they were busy trying to set up the ride and mess about with the ride. Obviously, people were doing stuff, they were actually working, so there was no actual talk of this does that, this is how you operate the ride, blah blah blah. It was just kind of go in, come out again, and that's it, which was a bit disappointing because I wanted to actually show you, this is what you do, this is what this is. But I got a video of that, so I'll put that in now for you. So there are all your cameras. I'm trying to remember what I got. But I know I've got something. So there are your cameras. Because now with all this health and safety palaver, you need all the changes. You need another spotter. So you got the ride host that would control the ride. But then you've got an extra person, because Stormforce 10's got this, you see now. Got an extra person just looking at CCTV. And then they're the one on the bing bong bing on Stormforce 10. Keep your hand in the boat. Keep your hands in the boat at all times. Yeah. Which then absolutely kills the atmosphere, because it cuts into everything. So yeah, so that was that one. Bit disappointing with that section, because like I say, it was just in and out. A photo of me sat on the chair. They did everybody on the chair, but that's it, because obviously we were halfway through. I think they were trying to reset a fault or something. But obviously it was all work in progress, you see, because while we're there, we're trying to set the ride off. And they did actually send a boat round while we were. I'll get you that as well. Here's a boat coming round in the garden scene, because that garden scene's never really been properly replaced up until probably now. But I still don't think it's great, but it's better than it was since the Tesla coil sadly departed. So here's the boat coming through. So yeah, not very good with it. I've never really done voiceovers, so all put in, blabber on and put in cuttings and videos, but we'll see how it goes. But yeah, so we were there while it was coming around, then stopped there because we were doing the block checks, you see. So yeah, that was that one. And then did all that, and then we all met back together again, went back into the workshop, and then I can probably clear me off now, and then while I'm just I don't know what to talk about, so I'll try and remember what I filmed and try and cue it up to what I filmed. So start off going in there, and I can't remember what it looks like, but and then we basically walked the whole. Yeah, you walked into that, and then that was the bottom of the final drop. That was that, and I would have got you that now. put you that on screen now for you. Yeah, I've been there before. Yeah, because I'd done it a while ago, because Pleasure Beach Experience years ago did a behind the scenes, so we got a bit of it. So yeah, that was the bottom of lift. No, drop 2. The main drop, literally by where the square of fire is. And it doesn't work how I thought it worked, because I always thought that it pumped like gas through underneath the trough, but I think it sprays it on it or something. So, but I have seen it like the trough once this season. So that was that, and then you go down and then up a bit. Can't remember where that leads to. But now I'll just put random bits in. I'll say a few things, and then I know what I've got. You got the hammers. I don't think I got you the thingies. But basically, it was a full circuit of it, because it's quite compact when you think about it. It's very compact little ride. So yeah. So while I'm just blabbering on, I'll show you. I'll just eat this actually. I'll tell you what. So I'll mix all this together. I'll show you all this. So while I'm doing this, there'll be some, images playing, overlay. Finish this, and I'll show you what you get. Yeah, because then you can see. I'll get some footage of what I recorded. Enough, anyway. So that might be. I don't know what's going to be on screen while I'm saying this, but I'll just wait for it to finish. But you can't see me, can you now? But I'll eat it all up, and then I'll come back on. And show you. Yeah, there's a turntable. I've got you the turntable. I think they were doing the wheel checks because on a Wednesday or every week they do extra checks, you see, and that's the easiest place to get to the wheels. It does take about 50 minutes to fill, 45 minutes to fill the top. That doesn't remain full overnight. So yeah, so there's Valhalla while I'm eating them at Flurry. I'll get you some footage to last the length of that me blabbering on. Right, I'll put that away. Now you're back. I'll show you what we got. So we've got a postcard. There you go. No, it's not. That's back upside down. Just saw it. So there you go. So it's Valhalla Walk Beyond. There's that for you, evening. And then Valhalla, the Walk Beyond backstage tour. And that's that. Then you get a certificate. What it actually says about this prize has embarked upon the journey beyond to Valhalla. Only a chosen few warriors will ever bear this exclusive collectible. Ooh. There you go. Genuine product of Pleasure Beach Resort, handmade in-house by the resident artist. #Ben. There you go. So yeah, by our resident. Yeah, so there you go. Oh, and then it's signed by Amanda. There you go. Number 8. And I'll show you what you're getting. You get this little Valhalla. This V in a little bag. And then there you go. Evening. What you doing? Yeah, so I think that's not quite nice. It's got a little V on the front. You know. So just needs a Dean fob, doesn't it? Oh, pardon me. You know, let me just wreck the ambience of it when I get this box open. There you go, evening, there he is. And then I just put a Dean fob on him like that. There you go, look at that. You can't make it up. It matches perfectly, doesn't it? Look at that. There you go, you can scan the QR code, get your terms and conditions. Scan your QR code now. There you go, and then you can get to the website. So there you go, you got that, you get that. And then yeah, and then you get, right, I've not told you this, have we yet? So we've not got that there. So that's what else you get. Put him back in the bag. Mr. Brian, we'll call him Brian. So yeah, put him back in the bag. So obviously once we've done that big long tour, so we obviously went backwards up to the top. So you did most of it, other than the fire room. Oh, bing, that's my order. That's my order at McDonald's. It's got come through, email. Right, yeah, so you walk through most of it, apart from the fire area. Yeah, up the top of the gantry, up to the turntable, behind the hammers, in front of the arrows. They were quite funny to walk past because they were all up. You see, they hadn't retracted, so that was quite good. Well, hard to get past, but they weren't lit. Obviously, that would have been even harder because you burn yourself. Yeah, and then you walk through it all, and then come down the Dean stairs. So yeah, and then you have a feast. Eat like a Viking. So you get a whole chicken and some fries. So yeah, so I had a bit of that. What I would have liked as an option is to choose, rather than just get given and plonk a chicken on your thing. I know it's already set in stone and it's easier for them to do. But obviously they do them baguettes, don't they? So you should be able to choose either a baguette with the chicken stuffing, but which I think always comes with stuffing, or one of them chickens, whole chicken. And I just think, because then you can choose then, because I do like them baguettes, which I think would have been ample for me. I would have probably, a few chips and that baguette would have been better for me than just a whole chicken, if that makes sense. So, which I thought they would have given you the option, but no, it was basically a chicken, or if you were vegan, I think you got a burger. So I got me Coke. So yeah, so overall it was alright. But like I say, I do think in parts it was rushed because they were trying to set up the ride, you see. So yeah. So, but it was nice to do. Nearly didn't do it, like I say. You know, but it's done. You know, and obviously, you know, they may not stay on sale, you know, for long or anything. And if I didn't do it, I would have probably kicked myself, you see. So, you know, not got the chance to do it. Even though I don't think we went into any areas that I probably didn't do already. But it's nice to have a refresher, obviously, and the new Valhalla as well. But like I say, the main console bit was the bit I was looking forward to. Yes, I wanted to see the little cubby hole with all the cameras on, which I've got you that, and I've got you PLC as well with the new thingy. I'll put that up on there for you as well while I'm blabbering on. So I need to see all them dots, because I do like, because that's what I'm doing, because I know how she is, you see. So when I get in the station, I'm watching the top bit. The top bit is just the turntable, and I'm watching that like a hawk. Not that you need to watch it like a hawk, but if the audio goes off, then obviously the ride goes into fault, stops, and then they have to then reset everything, and then eventually it comes back on. But the problem is, if it happens, you've always got it in the back of I've always got it in the back of my mind that might be it, because you might not be able to reset a simple reset, because that's how she is, unfortunately, sometimes. But today she seemed to be alright. But again, I was just about to get on a boat, one boat away, and then it stopped, and it had been running, I think, quite a while. Obviously got the queue and everything. Well, you got a priority pass as well. But like I said already in one of the clips, didn't I? The guy on there was just alternating the queue, but when he then opened our queue, easy pass, speedy pass, priority passes, just letting him in. So I got 2 goes out, and the other, unfortunately, he had swapped over by the time I went back round the second time, and the pass was taken then. But it didn't matter, because then I met up with them, and then we did Evictus, because it was back open and it was delivering, and it delivered. So yeah, so hopefully I can wangle some of the footage that I've got, and utilise it while I'm talking, while I've been eating this thing. So it is still a debrief, episode 4. Don't think there'll be any more debriefs. If there's anything, this will be just debrief. Well, I won't do a debrief while I hear, because I will have already done it there. But there'll be nothing to do, because I will have already. It'll be part of the vlog, won't it? And that's the only reason why I don't do a debrief, because it's not part of the vlog. So, and on that note, I'm gonna go. So thanks for watching. If you managed to get this far. This one will be a mashup, literally, in the editing process. But if you got this far and it's reasonable, give that thumbs up a press for me, because it helps the channel. As far as I'm aware, somebody's told me it might not do. I don't know. But you know, so yeah. And then I'll see you next week, and I'll see you at Towers, because I've got a topic on Towers. Yeah, so I'll tell you the topic. Oh, I'm spitting on my phone now. Tell you the topic. So basically, if you weren't aware, on Saturday the 20th of June, they did a new programme called Mew on Toxicator for an hour, right? I don't mind them having new programmes, but why? But the topic is, why are we doing certain experiences on a Pacific day, only for an hour, and then, you know, it's a theme park. You can't just drop everything because people work. You can't just go. Some can, obviously. No names mentioned. Coaster talk. But you know, and obviously I can go next week. But there's been no mention of them doing it again, and it's now Wednesday. You know, so but I'm not going to say too much on this. But that's the topic of that one. Just going. So I think they've done other things that I can't really remember at the moment. But yeah. You know, if they're going to do something, it needs to be available for at least a week so people can actually get to the park, you know, because Joe Public won't be bothered about that, will they? Because they go when they go, you know. But even getting fans there, it looked like it was quite busy, but obviously it was a Saturday, so kids will just get dropped off, won't they, for that hour. But we'll see what happens, because it needs to be daily, and then people can choose if they want to go, don't they? But on that note, I'll see you in a minute. Ta-ra. Boop, 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 boop. Not AI, is it? No, I'm not AI. Ta-ra. See you in a bit. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you at Towers next week. So if you hit the sub button, wherever that is, you get alerted then. You can turn the alerts on and all. And then you'll get alerted if there was a new video, which will be next week at Towers. Probably about Tuesday night. So that's a 26-minute clip, and I'm going. Because I need to get back home. It's 9:30 now. So not too bad, because we're nearly there. It's just not too bad from Blackpool, to be fair. So on that note, I am going. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you in a bit. Ta-ra. Ta-ra.
Mami la de bum bum. La de bum bum,